Good morning. Hello, everyone. How are you doing? It's a pretty nice morning here on the eastern slope. Very sparse clouds, little to none, actually. Chilly. I think it was 12 or 14 degrees. I just looked a minute ago. And supposed to be that way for a couple more hours and then warms back up into, I don't know what they said, maybe, I don't know, don't remember. It's headed back towards 50 in the next day or two, though, and a little warming trend. So that's encouraging. Um, so today I wanted to do a YouTube on unpleasant trees. Unpleasant trees. Observations that I make. Having been in clinical psychology for so long, you observe an awful lot of different things and people interactions with one another, and as a result of that, you formulate opinions, and I do that. That's what I do. That's my living. Some of the opinions are good, and some of the opinions are not good. I don't go out looking for good or bad. I just look for people that are interacting and observe and then calculate and formulate an opinion. And today I've reached a point where I need to talk about a couple different things. The country, United States, seems to be in dire straits. The economy is terrible. It's actually collapsed. I think gas is headed up towards $5 a gallon. I'm not sure. I saw there was a prediction before Biden took office that it would hit $7 a gallon. I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but people seem pretty disgruntled about the price of gas. Secondly, food, same thing. Price of food is outrageous. Example would be hamburger, and there's so many examples. Hamburger now is over $5 a pound. I don't remember exactly, but there and heading up. Not good. Not good at all. Housing market, real estate, it's very, very high. Highest it's ever been, I think. Interest rates are climbing back up as well. And it's becoming unaffordable for people and families to purchase homes, let alone rent, rent property for themselves and their family. If you're a single person making $15 an hour, you're going to live on the street. That number might actually be closer to 20. And that's just in talking to various people that are on the street and working, trying to make a living for themselves and maybe or their families. It just goes on and on. I mean, the politics are sideways. Is that okay to say that? Sideways? And what is that thing they're talking about now? Culture, something culture, quitting culture, or people are just leaving jobs and leaving situations, and they're just gruntled and unhappy and dissatisfied and broke. And they're just leaving situations where in the past it would have been an opportunity that they could have capitalized on. I don't know. These are just me observing people. I know of a person that owns a service business, right? And that's a great business to have, a service business of some kind. Yesterday we talked about side hacks, people that have a job and they're finding additional other jobs to supplement their income. Part of that reason, as I listen and just listen, is that they're getting beat up in their businesses. Beat up in the sense of they have a service business, they offer a service, they do certain work in order to get compensated for that. And people are coming in and making remarks, negative, derogatory, that you're too high, you're too expensive, I can't afford to come here anymore. Service for this kind of work always used to be less, or whatever, blah, 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 blah. You get the idea. People are just complaining because their backs are against the wall, that they're not making enough money to get basic service needs taken care of financially. And in turn, the owner of the service business is disgruntled because I didn't start this business with all my years of experience to get verbally abused when a customer comes in. If you can't afford it, don't come in. If you need this service, look elsewhere. Maybe, doubtfully, but maybe there's somebody that could help you out at a discounted rate. We have responsibilities here with our bills and expenses and overhead and labor costs and whatnot. We're at the bone's end right now trying to keep our head above water. And you're coming in here asking for even a greater discount. I think that's the norm. I think that's going on all over the place. And it's not particular to one or two different shops in particular. Coffee. Pretty soon we're not going to be able to drink coffee. Probably they're going to raise the price of coffee. So another aspect that I am observing and actually dealing with myself is owners, managers, supervisors are in the same position as that service industry shop. And they're having to just change the rules in midstream. They're getting people like myself that are coming to them and saying, hey, this is bogus. You can't just be changing the rules on us without telling us. You can't be changing the prices because you decide you need more money. You need to give the legal limit of time for all of us to absorb that information and decide if we want to stay or not. It's getting real ugly between owner, manager, supervisor, customer. When I listen, neither side really likes the other one. Does that make sense? And it's very unpleasant to be involved in, as I am, and to watch and listen to it occur in and around town. That's a biggie. Legally, a lot of things that are being done both on the customer side and on the owner, manager, supervisor side are really not legal to do. I think people are just so frustrated they're taking it upon themselves to change the game and let the cards fall where they will. Does that make sense? You guys follow that? I don't have the remedy. I've gone to attorneys and consulted with them and asked, what do you know about this? And their answers are the same as when I go to a sheriff's department or some department of that nature, and they say, people are just changing the rules in midstream. It's their business. They're the owner. They can do whatever they want to do. And if you don't like it, you need to get off property. It's a pretty hard-nosed kind of thing. In the past, I don't think it ever was like that. There was a little bit of give and take, flexibility, but I think the give and take and flexibility is gone now. I have a coach, therapist. He's not a coach. He's not really even a therapist. Legally, he is a coach and he is a therapist, but offers no advice whatsoever for several years. Just takes notes. And I just over the years have continued to distance myself from him. What for? I mean, what would I want to? I'm not hearing anything. I'm not getting anything. So I look at that, that profession, psychology, and I wonder, what's the disgruntlement about? Here's what I've decided. No, this is just me observing, listening, watching, trying to be attentive. Most people don't have enough money to be going to therapy anyway anymore. And so the amount of income in that industry has slacked off to not a whole lot. I think people in general are copying an attitude. I don't like that guy. I really don't want to see him anymore. I don't want to do any therapy or coaching with him anymore. Here's an example. I have a client, well, they're not coaching clients, I guess, who owes $1,250 and refuses to pay. Several things come up. One, there's the legal avenue to go, and I'm not sure that turns out good for anybody. If you even got your money, I'm not sure it turns out good for either side. I think there's a lot of feeling stuff going on there that prevents any kind of progress to be made in personal growth. I think what I'm talking about is true across the board in all kinds of businesses. I think owners have had it with the abuse and feedback that they get. And I think customers have had it and are willing to just not follow the trends anymore. If you don't like what I do, leave. And then if you get to that point, then it becomes an ethical issue, which I think ethics are out the window. I personally, in my observations, believe ethical standards have gone out the window. From the therapist doing the therapy to the service people doing the service. I think it's that bad. I think it's that bad. And as in yesterday's YouTube, you know, we talked about side hacks and how we can find additional work-related gigs to increase our income to support ourselves and our family. Nothing really negative towards owners or customers on my part, just observations. And I think the observations are accurate based on how people are feeling. And I think it only goes in a continued negative direction. If you have any thoughts about that, and I know you do, whether you actually say them or not, I don't know, but I would like to open up a dialogue in the comments down below. Put your thoughts, put your feelings. I agree with you, John. I think it is going in that direction. I disagree with you, John. I think you have too much of a negative outlook towards it. I think you're dead right, dead on, John. Put some comments down there so that we have some direction to go. And let's see if we can broaden this conversation into tomorrow or even later today if it gets really heated. I'm certainly willing to do another YouTube video a little bit later this morning or this afternoon. So there you go. God bless everybody. Take care of one another, and I look forward to talking to you all again real soon. Thanks a lot. See you. Bye.